Hello, party people, it's me, Steady Eddie from the YouTube. Coming today with a Stamina Dragon Knight build video. Now, this Stamina Dragon Knight I'm using dual wield and sword on board. I need to preface this video by saying this is not the best setup for Stam DK. The best setup will always involve using two-handed and sword on board. Dual wield isn't good for Stam DK, at least in open world. It's probably better for duels actually, and in some group cases, but if you're an open world Cyrodiil player or a BG player, dual wield generally isn't as good. I did this build for fun. I've spoken in the past about optimization versus fun. I think it's important to do builds that are fun. I think it's important to make them the best they can possibly be in the version that you want them to be. But if you're looking to run the very best, the God DK unkillable 50 million resistances, 50 million recovery, this isn't it. This is a fun build that I made specifically for doing battlegrounds, but it will work in Cyrodiil as well if you wanted to. And I just wanted to be honest with you. There are a lot of build videos that claim to be the very best build. I am here claiming to be this build is okay, it's good, it's viable, and it works, and it's fun. But it's not the best version of Stam DK. So with that in mind, I like to do build videos quickly. I'm just going to show you what I'm using, what the sets are, and then after I've done that, I'll give you a couple things that you can change and a bit of the reasoning behind some of the things, because some things you might be confused about, or might be saying, why didn't you do this instead? So let's just go straight into it. I'm running 5 Dragon's Appetite, 5 Daedric Trickery on the back bar, Master Dual Wield, and Bloodspawn. I'm running 5 Heavy, 1 Light, 1 Medium. I'm running 1 Reinforced. I should be running 6 Sturdy. I have 2 Well Fitted right now. It's not that bad. I have 1 Impen. That's completely useless. Change that to a Sturdy or Well Fitted, I beg you. On the weapons, I'm running 1 Nirnhound, 1 Charge with a Shock Glyph and a Disease Glyph, and back bar I'm running 1 Sturdy and 1 Decisive. The Decisive can be defending or powered depending on your preference. Work it out for yourselves, do what you want. 3 times Infused Jewelry Glyph, 1 weapon damage and 2 Triglyphs. I'll come back to why I've done that at the end instead of running what I'll show you here is that I'm running Bewitched Sugar Skulls. You might think why not run Augurs? I will go back to it at the end. I am running Vamp Stage 3. This is essential. Please, please, please run Vamp Stage 3. It's so good right now. Just run it. You can sustain it, I promise you. And then the Serpent Mundus. I like to run a little bit more sustained for BGs. This is specifically a build for BGs. You can run less if you want. You could take another Mundus. Do what you want. I'm not gonna tell you the rules. Skill wise, I am running Venomous Claw, Shattering Rocks, Rending Slashes, Whirling Blades, Noxious Breath, Take Flight, Volatile Armor, Cauterize, Vigor, Molten Armaments, Race Against Time, and Corrosive. And then potion wise, I am running Tripots. Minor Heroism pots are better. I don't have enough gold to sustain that right now. So Tripots as it is. Champion points wise, as I said, I made this build for BGs, but if you do want to take it into Cyrodiil, it's still going to work. But this is the CP I put Duelist Rebuff, Ironclad, Deadly Aim, Master at Arms. Then through the red CP, I run Pain's Refuge, Sustained by Suffering, Survival Instincts, and Celerity. Red CP, don't change that. There's nothing I would change there. Potentially you could change Celerity if you want, but I don't know what you'd change it for. Blue CP, you could change if you want Duelist Rebuff for a healing CP. I like using Duelist Rebuff because I have Daedric Trickery, which is kind of carrying my healing quite a lot. So taking a 10% mitigation here on single target attacks is, I think, probably better. But again, it's up to you. I wouldn't be against running a healing node there. And that's it. That's the build. If you want to get going and do that now, please go ahead. If you want to know why I did a couple of things and made a couple of choices, I will show you. So I actually forgot to say we're a Nord. If you're an Imperial, glyphs and a lot of things would change. So as a Nord, I'm running 2 try recovery glyphs here. If I was an Imperial, I think I could drop these. I think if I was even running minor heroism pots, I could probably drop 1 of these. It would help my sustain a hell of a lot. So you basically need to balance the sustain how you want. As I said, I like running a bit more sustain. The reason I've done 2 try glyphs here, try recovery glyphs, and I'm still running Bewitched instead of swapping this for all Zorgas, is because, again, the Dragon's Appetite heal scales off of health. Scales off of max stamina or max magicka. So I'm running more max stamina. I'm keeping the heal from this basically, instead of using all Zorgas and losing the heal from it. So if you use all Zorgas, you will get a little bit more damage from running the weapon damage glyphs there. It's not much of a damage loss, to be honest, because of the stamina, max stamina that we get, but you get a lot more healing from running Bewitched because of Dragon's Appetite. So that's that. Enchantment wise here, Shock and Disease, you could swap this for maybe Flame if you want for Magicka resource management. I like running Shock for the minor vulnerability. I like running Disease for the minor defile. This is another one where it's kind of up to you. You could run Fire Glyph here easily, and I think it would be good. It would help your Magicka sustain. Skill wise, you don't have to run Take Flight. You could run the Magicka morph of this for the shields. That would be a good option. But I also like to run Shifting Standard. This is a really, really good ultimate, especially in Battlegrounds, where you get those big clumps of people. You come in, you push Standard down. Really, really good. And it gives them major defile. So you are potentially having major and minor defile up on people, which is pretty good. Also, Shattering Rocks, you could replace that with Fossilize if you want. I like having Shattering Rocks because when we don't have an out-and-out burst heal like we don't here, keeping this sort of rotating means that you have a lot of incoming healing. And I think that's it. Again, Molten Armaments isn't a good skill, but we're forced to run it by running Dual Wield and Sword and Board. This is why two-handed Sword and Board is better. You can slot better skills, you can do more, and also set-wise, and this is how I'll end the video, you could run Malakath here instead of Bloodspawn. You would have less recovery, but you'd have way more damage. This is another thing that's kind of up to you. It's personal preference. I always go for sustain. This is also, I said this because this is why two-handed Sword and Board is a better option, because when you're running two-handed Sword and Board, you can run a front bar and a back bar set with Malakath and Trainee, and it pushes more damage that way. But again, this is just for fun, and so this is, I think, the best version of what you can get. That's it. That's the video. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a wonderful evening. I hope you have a lovely day. I hope you have a lovely whatever you're doing. And I will see you soon, I think, hopefully. See you later.